Okay, some very thoughtful contributions there from our first panel of experts. I'll now call on our second panel of experts to join me on the stage, and I'll introduce them once they've taken their seats. So if you would please join us on the stage, and if you'd give a warm welcome to our panel of experts who will be here to guide us in our discussion, to offer thoughts and insights, and to help us essentially with the science of what we're about to discuss, the areas that we're going to deal with. So if you would take your seats, we'll begin the discussion. So beginning closest to me, Marion Julieu is the Chief Executive of France's National Institute for Agricultural Research, which is Europe's largest agricultural research agency. She was Director General of Food and Nutrition at the French Ministry of Agriculture, where she led the reorganization of that division, which is now focused very specifically on the quality and safety of agricultural products and food. Next is Professor Lynn Frewer, who holds the chair of Food Safety and Consumer Behaviour at the Marketing and Consumer Behaviour Group in Wageningen University. Sorry, I never spotted that. I should have. No, that's very amateur of me. At Wageningen University. Her research interests include the psychology of risk perception, public reactions to genetic modification, and other technologies. Next is Rajendra Pachauri, who has served as the chair of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, since 2002. You'll remember that it was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2007. He has also been the Director General of the Energy and Resources Institute, which is commonly known as TERI, a research and policy organization in India. He's chairman of the board of Columbia University's International Research Institute for Climate and Society, and he's head of the Yale Climate and Energy Institute. Next is Professor Louise Fresco of the University of Amsterdam, who's an expert on agriculture and sustainability. She's a former UN director who contributes to think tanks and advises academies in Europe and the United States. She writes on policy and economics for the Dutch paper NRC Handelsblad, and she's also, as it happens, a popular novelist. And finally, but certainly not least by any means, Professor Pam Roland, Ronald, I beg your pardon, Professor Pam Ronald, professor at the Department of Plant Pathology and the Genome Center at the University of California, Davis. She also serves as Director of Grass Genetics at the Joint Bioenergy Institute. Her laboratory has engineered rice for resistance to disease and tolerance to flooding. She and her colleagues were recipients of the US Department of Agriculture 2008 National Research Initiative Discovery Award for their work on rice, and she's an elected fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. She's written opinion pieces for the Boston Globe, The Economist, and the New York Times, and she is a blogger on National Geographic's excellent blog site, Science Blogs. So if you would please give a warm welcome to our panel.
Merci.